Well, TNT Films are on location at Reigate Fort in Surrey, which the National Trust have very kindly allowed access to for the filming of The First Day of Mercy. We've written a special scene which we can film here at Reigate. The set was one that I built some years ago for a stage production of Journey's End. Mercy is a film that follows the character of Henry Tandey, a real man who won the Victoria Cross in the First World War, and it follows his story from 1918 right the way up to his death in 1977. And on this day, the day that he wins his Victoria Cross, it is alleged that he had Adolf Hitler in his sights and didn't pull the trigger. Now, our film is not about whether the story is true or not, it almost certainly isn't, but the story is something that dogged Henry for the rest of his life, and our story is about the effects that that kind of association can have on a man over that period of time. TNT Films is providing full production services for Mercy, and that means we're using our in-house 4K cinema cameras, lighting, broadcast sound, our generator truck. Basically, we're proving to anybody that's looking that we are a complete entity in our own right that can handle a film of this quality and this complexity. We have our mobile generator on site. This is built into the Land Rover, so it's an all-terrain, go-anywhere vehicle. And we've had to bring that up here today to Fort Reigate because there is in fact no mains power here whatsoever.
The generator's running at the moment. It is super silenced. In fact, it's not really pulling very much power for the shoot. We're only doing 30% of its capacity. The generator will deliver 240 volts, single phase, 100 amps, so that will power 2 houses. We carry quite a lot of cable on board so we can run power into the location from a sensible distance away. We're about 50 metres away from location today.
So the generator is a vital component for what we're doing here to generate power for the set, and that's not just for the lighting, it's for heating, for catering, so virtually every department is going to be benefiting from this equipment.
So today we're shooting on a Sony F5. It's a full 4K camera with a 35mm sensor, and we're shooting on prime lenses which allow us to get a much shallower depth of field and much more cinematic images for our film.
Okay, we're providing a full sound team for the Mercy shoot today, and it's consists of a boom operator, sound maintenance, and myself, the production sound mixer. Okay, so we've got the actual mixer itself, which is the sound device is CL12, radio microphones, the hard drive recorder, and we've got a new thing called the Wingman app, which just enables me to access more of the functionality of the hard drive.
And action. So we've constructed something which we can use to give a flavour of the type of film that we're going to be making, the technical quality of what we're making, and we're going to try and make this basically a calling card to show potential investors in the project the kind of standard of work that they can expect to see. As someone who also lectures in First World War history, I'm very conscious that everything that I do is going to be held up to scrutiny. So as far as is physically possible, everything that is on the set, all the costumes, all the set dressings, everything's on the table, even the lanterns, they are all 100% accurate to the Great War of 1914-18.
When you're portraying people that actually did things in history, you need to make sure that it's not fantasy and that what you're doing and what you're showing is as good as you can get it.
You need to do this right.
So we're both members of the 10th Essex Great War Living History Group. Everything you see that we're wearing is authentic, not original, but authentic. Mike, for example, is wearing webbing and what have you.
We've even got boots that are made by the same people that were making them during the Great War as well. So.
And a period umbrella.
I'm playing Private Henry Tandey, VC. He was Britain's highest decorated private soldier, and this scene takes place a few hours after the events which gained him the VC. Before I became an actor, I was a serving soldier. It's quite an incredible responsibility as someone honouring a piece of history, a very important factual event, to be trusted to accurately portray or people of that time, what they were going through is just as important.
So I'm playing Captain Browning, Private Tandey's CO. Being in the surroundings, feeling what it's like that, we're cold, it's cramped, it's dark. This is what their day-to-day reality was like. It brings a real kind of reality to it in a different way than you do when you just read a script. We're trying to represent real people rather than just what we think might be important for the camera. we've got a bit of a responsibility there, I think, being that they were real characters in a real moment in history.
It's so nice to see what's on the printed page being brought to life so vividly, and the efforts of the technical crew surrounding it really have everyone's kind of pulled the stops out to make this a really, really good first day. So I'm excited about the future. So what we are hoping is that this sequence that we've shot today really shows budding producers that TNT, as a production services company, can deliver on all levels. And we'd love the chance to work with more producers on short films and on larger projects. That'd be great.